If the first game breaks, we'll get you loaded up with our more speed. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, do the game, tap, this win it. First shit again, we're here for the first minute. Can everybody give you that 6 minutes?
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Unbelievable place. Great university. Knoxville's unbelievable city, great people. The passion for football is even greater than I thought it would be. And man, Neyland Stadium, I said it, a couple of years ago, and I still think it's the best football experience for a college football fan or a player in the country.
Just look around. You got the mountains, you got the most beautiful city in the whole entire country. The university is absolutely, looks like it's out of a storybook. It's just beautiful. People are incredibly genuine and extremely nice. It's just a place that obviously I'd want my kids to go to school. And it sells itself. You don't have to sell anything about this place. You just got to get them here. The old field of dreams. Yeah. Build it and they will come. It's already built.
Like I said, we play with a chip on our shoulder at Tennessee. So, we get a lot of disrespect. So we want to make it clear that we're going to come out and dominate day in and day out.
I've said it from when I got here. The expectation, the standard is to play elite defense here, not just good defense. This is the home of Eric Berry, Al Wilson, Reggie White. The standard is to be elite.
Do you remember when we fell in love? I remember, don't worry. Do you remember? I remember how it all began. How could I ever forget? It's the first time. Do you remember? I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I can feel it. I can feel it, I can feel it, it's coming in the air now. Oh, we fell in love, you remember the time. How could I ever forget? You remember the time. Oh, we fell in love, you remember the time. How could I ever forget? Coming in the air now.
Good Wednesday evening. Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
I'm Dauber.
It's your boy X.
What's up, y'all? I'm Coach Rice.
God, we got a lag. We always got a lag. It's all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna get dialed in. We're gonna have some fun, man. I'm ready to talk some Tennessee football. I know a lot of people aren't excited, man. A lot of people aren't excited. It's funny. Here we sit, not to bury the lead, but here we sit at 6-2. And if you pay attention, if you listen to what anybody is saying in the media, they're throwing the stats around. 6 wins going into November for only the second time since Philip Fulmer. You guys want to know what the first time was? Oh, that would be last year. Like, this football team is doing special things. Josh Heupel is rebuilding Tennessee football, but here we are. Woe is me. Doom and gloom. I'm not going to watch it. It's Tennessee and Connecticut. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, man. We're going to talk about homecoming. We're going to make our predictions for Tennessee and Connecticut, but we're also going to talk about a kind of a preview for the back half of this season, the last third of this season, the final 4 games. Tennessee has an opportunity to do something special. We're going to see what you guys in the chat want to talk about. You guys always drive the show. Let's see who was here first. Who was here early? Jerry Miller was here at 5:40. 5:30. He was here at 5:30. He says, I'm here for it, boys. Go Vols. When are you guys going to start the dang show? Jerry was here ready to rock and roll. Matt Dumit is here. What's up, Matt? Bob is in the house. Says, good evening, Vol Nation and the Talkin VAWLS cult. Nate Pruitt was here early as well. Joey Carroll in the house. What's up, brother? Papa J is here. James Bauer says, good evening, Vols. It's homecoming. Let's go smash. Vols by Fitty. Chatsworth was here early. Man, he was here 6 minutes before we went live, and he says, I'm the 14th person to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't done that yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that thumbs up down below. It's quick, free, and easy. We would appreciate that. Who else is here? Elijah's here. What's up, kid? Says, what's up, y'all? What's going on, my friend? Good to see you in the chat. Isaac Owens is here. Kelly Goodwin is here. Come on in, guys. Smash the thumbs up. Share it out. Put it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Let somebody know we're live. We would appreciate that. Got a super chat from Papa J. Hey, it's a new month. Look, let me scroll the new banner. It's a new month. We got a new leaderboard. The biggest donation of the month right now is $5. So thank you, Papa J. Let's go, big orange ball fan in AF. Where is AF? Anybody know?
I have no clue.
Air Force?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe. Door fee. Appreciate the door fee, man. Thank you. There is a door fee to get in here. Right now, 125 people have snuck in. 2 of you have paid to get in. But look, let's have some fun. Let's talk some Tennessee football. Bleed Orange for 10 says, boom, boom, room fee. What's up, Talkin VAWLS Colt? Hope to see Nico throw it around a little and Cam Selden in the backfield. I know it's just a yellow boy boogie, but thanks for the great content. GBO. Hey, man, I like them all. But orange is my favorite, although I do like pink and red. Like the red may be my real favorite, but we play the clip for the Orange boys. Thank you, Bleed Orange. Very generous super chat. Yeah, we all want to see Nico, man. That's what we want to see. But let's take it one step at a time.
I was right. Air Force.
Oh, was it? What are you patting yourself on that? You shut down the show. You stop. Hold on. Whoa.
Air Force. It was Air Force.
Dauber was right. It was the Air Force. Congratulations, Dauber. All right.
No, I don't throw that out. We appreciate your service.
We appreciate everybody's service.
Absolutely.
All the armed forces, military, law enforcement, firefighters, all of it, man. Let's talk some Tennessee football. Let's kind of rewind a little bit. X wasn't on the man. It all bleeds together. I guess X and Coach Rice both weren't on the post game show last week. But Coach Rice, you've been on fan call-in show. You've been on here since then, talking a little bit about it. But X, what are your overall thoughts of the win over Kentucky last week? 33-27 Tennessee.
Overall, a really good win for us, especially down on the road in Lexington, because the narrative has been this whole season is, hey, Tennessee can never win on the road. We can never win a road game. But, hey, we showed up, we showed out, and we got the dub. Going on to the defensive side of the ball, the defense didn't play their best game, I feel like, because we're used to seeing that's the true identity of this team is for the defense to carry us to some of these victories, and then our offense kind of just does its own thing. But, no, I think the defense didn't play their best. But I feel like we just need to be more disciplined on defense because, like Elijah Herron, again, clapping. I know he said that he's hyping his boys up, getting fired up for this game, but it's costing you yardages during these games. And they even said that. They even said, like, in practice, like, he has to do a different routine. He either has to do jazz hands or yell, scream, do what you got to do to where you to where you can't cost like a penalty. So I just feel like that the defense needs to be a little bit more disciplined in order for us to go forward successfully. Then also switching over, like saying, to the safety on the defense side of the ball. Again, it shows like saying like we miss Kamal Hadden, and that's a big thing about it. Like some of you fans that wanted to boo him and all this other stuff. Well, guess what? That Kentucky game was a prime example of why we miss Kamal Hadden. So again, missing him. But overall, I mean, the safeties did the best they could. Obviously, we know we got to improve in that department. Then quickly switching over to offense. Offense did their thing, man. I think Joe played a pretty decent game. Then our running backs, they were eating. All 3 of them were eating. It's mostly Dylan Sampson. Dylan Sampson is him. So like I said, running backs did really good. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honestly excited for it, but Dante Thornton has arrived here at Rocky Top. Let's hope and pray that he continues this consistency moving forward. But overall, man, like I said, the offense did their thing. Defense did their best to help the offense win this game, and it was a solid win for us.
What do y'all like? I want to get Coach Rice to chime in here too. Again, I know you've been on the show since then, but we'll all unpack a little bit on Kentucky. But you mentioned Dylan Sampson. A lot of people are talking about Dylan Sampson. I love Dylan Sampson. Everybody's just overlooking Jaylen Wright and what he did in the first half. And man, sometimes like Dauber saying, I was right. It was Air Force. Sometimes I come in here and I say, I was right. I said in the tailgate show that our depth at running back was going to play a toll on Kentucky going into the fourth quarter. How much of that was an impact? Coach Rice, how much do you think Jaylen Wright, running it down their throat, Jabari Small coming in getting some carries, Dylan Sampson comes in the fourth quarter pretty dang healthy, and he put this football game away. And that's the beautiful thing of having three really good SEC backs.
Oh, yeah, and it's showing throughout the season. You can see they're all fresh. I mean, Jaylen Wright, I know they said the reason why he didn't get many carry and why he didn't finish out the game, other than Dylan Sampson being the hot hand, he was dealing with some type of nag in his lower leg, but they said he's fine. They just wanted, since Dylan Sampson was running hot, they were just going to let him finish. But, yeah, you could see the fresh legs and how it's, paying forward through the rest, how it's going to affect us the rest of the season as long as they stay healthy. Because they're not, you see some of these guys who, bulk up on carries throughout the season, they're just done by the end of the season because they're, beat up. A SEC schedule will do that to you. I mean, I don't care if you're playing 11 Vanderbilts, it will still do it to you. I mean, don't we all wish that was the case? But I mean, I think if we keep running the ball like we are, and Joe keeps playing like he is, I think we got a big shot at beating Georgia. I just the home field advantage is the biggest key. If it was at Georgia, we all know where we probably stand on that. But with it being at home, with us being able to run the ball, and us having 2 weeks to kind of, get ready for get the defense ready, the secondary ready without Kamal Hadd, and try to figure out who's going to be the guys there. And we're going to I know we'll talk about the secondary a little bit later, but I think us having these few weeks before the Georgia game, before the Missouri game, kind of helps us out a little bit, getting us before we go into those games.
Dauber, I know you were on for post game, but I don't know if you rewatched it. I think you watched the Heupel show. I pick up so many little tidbits of information. Although I got a bone to pick with them, man. The last 2 weeks, when Josh Heupel has done things that have pissed me off, they've deleted those out of the Heupel show. The decision to go for it on fourth down was completely removed of the Alabama game. And then I forget what it was. Something that pissed me off in the Kentucky game was completely removed. And I'm like, oh, really? How convenient. How convenient. And my wife was like, do you think they sit down with him and he does every play? And I was like, absolutely not. They clip it up, cut it up. He comes in. He's in there 15 minutes. Boom, boom. He's out and done.
It was interesting after the Alabama game. They didn't really get into the questionable calls and like the fair catch thing.
5 minutes of the game was deleted.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we had the fair catch deal there, and just kind of blew right by it. Didn't even say another word about it. But yeah, I about had to jump on Coach Rice a little bit there and say, whoa, pump the brakes. Don't talk about Georgia yet, because I think going on the road to Columbia, Missouri,
that's a test.
That's going to be a test.
It
especially
will be
for this defense.
Yep.
And we can't get ahead of ourselves. However,
I know. Yep.
How dare you focus? We got to focus on Connecticut. Shut up.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
that's what I've heard for 2 days.
We can't overlook Missouri. It's going to be tough in Como. This team has some things to prove, both sides of the ball. That's why I think this week, having homecoming, Connecticut coming in, it's a key time to have your ones come out, play the first half. What you want to see is a clean and crisp game. Eliminate mistakes, eliminate penalties, have some guys get some reps, and then let them rest up and get some young guys some experience. But going back to Kentucky, one of the things that you've got to clean up, and that's lingered for the last 2 weeks, is red zone scoring. Red zone efficiency has been awful. you look at the 4 field goals that we kicked against Kentucky. I don't know how many it was against Alabama, but we left points on the board. And that's what's going to lose you a close ball game. And Missouri could be a close ball game. I expect Georgia to be a close ball game. So you can't have those drive killers. You can't have penalties. You can't have turnovers. You got to protect the football, and you got to capitalize and get 7 points. Settling for field goals. I mean, that goes all the way back to Philip Fulmer. Days griping about, 3 and punt and settle for the field goal and give you a little clap.
Work like heck to get better.
Yeah. You got to get it done. And if there's one complaint that I could toss the criticism towards Joe Milton this year is finishing drives. I know they're getting points. They're kicking those field goals. And like I said, post game, hats off to our kicker. He's got a job and he's getting it done, but the offense needs to get 7 points.
Yeah, and I will add to that, we talk about the red zone. It's been said that, and it's fact, the best red zone scoring teams are teams that can run the ball. And why we either stop or we are just not efficient with it, or don't execute the proper play. Why we can't be efficient in the red zone beats me, because we're number 6 or number 7 in the nation run the ball. There's no reason why we shouldn't be good in the red zone. One thing I'd like to add is that Joe Milton should be used more. I know they tried to do it once with a counter play in the Kentucky game, but that was just a slow. Yeah, I think my grandma could see that coming from a mile away. So I'd like to see more just straight QB power, a little more, Joe keeping the ball in the read options that way, and then maybe even have a flat read with the tight end or something. But I think they definitely need to get more creative, but I wish they wouldn't give up on the run game as quickly down the red zone.
I think there's so many layers to it when they get down there in the red zone.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes they draw up a play and it's there and they don't execute, right? We saw it a couple of weeks ago. Jacob Warren wide open and Joe Milton doesn't hit him. And it's like, you're coming away with another field goal, but in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it, that should have been a touchdown. Penalties are killing this football team.
It is.
And then also, I think you got to get more creative, right? You got to get more creative in play calling. And I understand Princeton Fant was an anomaly, right? Like the fact that he could run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball. He could do so many things. You don't think there's anybody else on this football team that could do that? I think you could get creative with McCall and Castles. But to dumb it down, keep it simple, stupid. Coach, you said it. Run the dang football. And that's what I loved about that drive late in the fourth quarter. You needed a score. Dylan Sampson would not be denied. Give me the dang football, and I'm going to put it in the end zone. He scores from 12 yards out. That was huge. And then you bounce back, and you're able to have that drive to run the clock out as well. So, X, what do you think about the red zone? I know you were ready to jump in there.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just like what these two guys were saying. Yeah, we got to capitalize on that, man, because I know Coach was saying that we have a chance of beating Georgia. Well, guess what? If you're not scoring in the red zone, you're not beating Georgia. No. That's plain simple. So, yeah, we just got to find a way to capitalize in the red zone. And, yeah, we got to get creative down there. We got to come up with some kind of package deal or something to get 7 on the board and we all know, look, kicking field goals is great. But we all know kicking field goals lose you games, but touchdowns win you championships. So yeah, we just got to find a way to get creative on that.
I'd like to see Jaylen Wright and Dylan Sampson in the backfield with Joe Milton in the backfield at the same time. I mean, maybe not triple option out of the shotgun.
Just
some
misdirection.
misdirection.
Yeah, misdirection.
Let someone go out on a push motion to where he's going out, where the running back is being pushed motion out like a swing pre-snap, and then, have multiple reads off of that. That's just one way I think we could be creative in trying to get the ball into the end zone.
I think herein lies the issue with the red zone. We're talking about run the ball. The field shrinks. the field shrinks. They're stacking the box. They're playing run because they don't think Joe's going to beat them.
They
And
wanted
honestly,
to try.
the play calling, it shows that they don't have as much confidence in Joe Milton, be it the accuracy, the timing, whatever. And we've talked about it until we're blue in the face. Joe Milton is not Hendon Hooker. So that just your playbook is what it is. This team is what it is. This offense is what it is. But this team is 6-2. So you can't go just the heck with what we've done. This team is what they are right now. At this point in the season, you gotta run with it. And I think short of an injury, Joe Milton's going to be the guy. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. All the Joe Milton haters, like it or lump it. I mean, pull for this team or don't watch. That's all I got to say. And
one of my favorite things Monday morning on the Monday morning stream, Coach Jay was in the chat, and Eric Kane has no idea. He has no idea the jokes and the jabs that we take at each other about Joe Milton and Nico. And Kaner says, at this point, if you're a Nico guy and you're out there trying to bench Joe Milton, the last 2 weeks, if you say anything negative about Joe Milton, you're just grasping at straws. You're just making stuff up. And I'm just like, man, I wish I had a camera on Coach Jay's face right now. Let me, dude, this is why I didn't take many notes for tonight. We're 20 minutes into this thing. I love the conversation. I love rotating guys on this Wednesday show, man. Fresh opinions. Coach Rice, Matt Begley, everybody that's come on to this show is, man, it's so refreshing. So many different voices, so many different opinions. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. It's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you something. It makes my job easy when I know that you guys are going to come on here with strong opinions and I can just sit back and listen. But let me jam some super chats real quick. Nate Pruitt for 5 says, cover charge Boogie. God bless and go Vols. Vols by 50 the rest of the season with or without Milton. Oh, gosh. Let's put Nico in. Let's get Nico out there. Donovan for 5. Appreciate that, brother. Keys to Missouri. 1, get pressure on Brady Cook. 2, run the ball effectively. 3, stop Luther Burden. Man, we'll talk about Missouri coming up in a little bit. Look, we're going to skip right through Connecticut and talk about the rest of the season. I'm telling you something. I agree. I think the Missouri game is the most important game left on the schedule. To me, it's more important than Georgia. It is. Mm-hmm. You're going to get to 9 wins. You got to go through Missouri. I like the matchup.
Here's the big thing, though. You go on the road to Columbia and you lay a turd. There's no momentum going into that Georgia game.
Right. That's why it's so important.
So that's what makes that game huge. You go to Missouri, you get a win, a solid win. Man, you couldn't put a lid on Neyland Stadium. It's going to be absolutely berserk if you win your next 2 games and going into that Georgia game.
It's so much that I think if Tennessee beats Missouri, I may pick Tennessee to beat Georgia. I think it's that big. I think it's going to, Coach Rice, you mentioned it earlier, the home field advantage. I think it's going to be that big of an impact if you beat
I want to see where Brock Bowers is at. If he's
no way he's back.
No, he's not back.
No way. Look at Tillman with the same surgery. And they kept telling us, in a couple of weeks. And it's like, okay, well, he's never coming back.
I hope you're right.
I don't see him coming back that soon, man.
No, I don't either. Let
me hit some more super chats real quick. Donovan drops another $5. Appreciate that, brother. Nico should come in up 21-0. Vols ranked 17 was higher than I thought they would be. Dabo has had enough of his fans. 10-2, here we come. There's a couple more super chats I'm going to get to, and I appreciate you guys. We're going to get all the super chats. Keep them coming, man. Those super chats are what pays the bills. I'm grateful for those, and we're going to hit every single one of them. But sometimes we get a good one, and I like to derail the show and kind of take a different angle here. And this was a question Kaner asked me this morning. Locked On Vols is going to be dropping. What is today? It's going to be dropping tomorrow morning. So spoiler alert for tomorrow morning. I won't give my answer, but I'll let you guys answer the question. He asked me, you're the coach going into Connecticut. What do you do with Nico?
14-0.
You can do whatever you want. Score, and I already want to give you my answer, but I'll make you guys watch Locked On Vols tomorrow. So Coach Rice says 14-0. You can do whatever you want to. You can start him. You can start
Yeah.
him. You can split series. You can do whatever you want to do. When are you putting Nico into the game? Coach Rice, you say 14-0?
14-0.
I was gonna say start him. Yeah, just start him.
Oh, X is starting him. But you can't laugh. Like, that's the thing. I started to give my answer, and Kaner immediately came. I said, shut up. I said, shut up. This is your show. You told me that I was the coach and I can do whatever I want. So if you want to start it, you can start it. Kaner coming at me aggressive. Kaner, shut your mouth. You gave me an option, and I'm giving you my answer. What about you, Dauber? What you can do whatever you want to do with the quarterback situation. You obviously, we all want, so I saw somebody in the Facebook group, God bless your hearts, every one of you. Well, that's what spring camp's for. No, you need in-game work. And we've not got that from Nico. He's not been given that. It's been limited.
I think it'll probably be the second half. What I would like to see is him to get a little bit of run with the ones.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That is what I want to see. Let him get out there and let him throw the ball around. Let him run the offense, not just turn and hand it off to somebody. But work with the ones. It's hard to put a score on it. What I want to see, and like I said, I want to see a clean, crisp game, good execution. Hype and company, they draw up these plays. Boogie said it earlier. There have been times where we've had the right play called, we've just failed to execute. Be it quarterback play, penalties, being bad blocking, something like that. We got to clean all that up. If Milton and the first team, they come out, they're crisp, 2, 3, 4 drives right down the field for points, man, turn it over to the kid. Let him run with it.
And that's what I was going to say. It may not be 14-0, and it may be 21-0, maybe 28-0. But if that Joe and the offense, the ones come out and run crisp offense, like they never stopped from what they're doing in the Kentucky game for most of the game, where they were just running crisp. They were running the ball. Joe was completing at a high percentage. If they come out, score quickly, like there's no stopping them, and they run off 3 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns super quick, put Nico in there, let him finish out the rest of the half with the ones, and then, come second half, then he can go with the 2s and the 3s.
Yeah,
Listen,
just take it over.
And I'll play devil's advocate right here. You've had 2 games on the schedule already where we expected that to happen, and it did not. You should have seen him out there against Austin Peay and UTSA.
So let me go ahead and spoil Locked On Vols. You guys don't even have to listen. Sorry, Kaner. You can just hear it right here. Here's what's going to happen. Like, why not, if you've got all the confidence in Tennessee beating Connecticut, give Joe the first 2 series, right? He's your starting quarterback. Send him out there 2 series. Give Nico the next 2. I don't give a damn what happens. I don't care if the score's 7-0, 10-0, 7-3, 10-3, 10-7, 7-7. I don't freaking care. It's Connecticut. Send Nico out for series 3 and 4. Go let him play with the ones. Like you said, ones across the board. Just Nico as the quarterback. Let him run the offense. Let him run the full system. And then guess what? If he struggles and it's like, oh man, we're 4 series into this thing and it's 13-7 or we're struggling, then just roll with Joe. If you truly believe Joe's the guy that's going to win the game, roll with Joe. But man, I think the key is what you guys have kind of touched on. I want to see Nico with the ones. Like, and Kaner kind of said it. He's like, what good does it do to send Nico out there when he's running for his life? He's getting the face mask against Virginia where they ripped his head off. Like, what are you accomplishing there? Like, you're not seeing anything from Nico. So that was my proposition. Let's hit a couple more Super Chats. Joe Brown for 2. Joe does just enough. I still want to see Nico in. Man, it's hard to complain about being 6-2 at this point, right? And we're going to get into that in just a second. Joe, for another 2, says starting Nico, he needs reps, plus it would help fans. I don't know. It would create mass chaos. If Nico started against Connecticut and balled out, complete chaos going into the Missouri game. Charles Nelson drops a 20 spot. That's Orange Boy. I love Orange Boys. Charles is now the top donor for the month of November. Yes, it's November 1st. He's still the top donor. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top!
Charles, man, sending out a challenge. He says, challenge to all members to match in Washington, Greene, Unicoi, and Carter counties. Go Big Orange. You've been put on blast. If you're in one of those counties, you've been challenged to drop a $20 super chat. I appreciate that, Charles. If you don't want to drop a 20 spot, you can also just join the channel. You can hit the join button down below. It's $1. It is $1 to support this community. If you like the fan call-in shows, the tailgate shows, the live streams, the videos, whatever it is you like about this channel, hit that join button. We would greatly appreciate your support. But if you don't want to, that's cool. Hang out, smash the thumbs up. That's quick, free, and easy. You can talk some Tennessee football with us 6 days a week. We are live 6 days a week, videos every single day, bringing you all kinds of content. Man, somebody hated on me this week. They said, man, I used to like Talkin VAWLS. Now it's nothing but 9 dudes that never shut up, and all they do is complain about officiating.
Haters are your motivators.
I said, really? That's weird because we only do one show that has 9 people, and that's a fan call-in show. But you say you like the 4-man show, the 2-man show. We're doing that Monday mornings, Friday mornings, Wednesday nights. Find something you like, man. If you don't like the fan call-in show, I get it. It's loose. It's chaos. I understand. If you don't like seeing me with face paint on, singing songs and acting like an idiot, don't watch Tuesday nights because that's complete chaos. But, Wednesday nights we're more dialed in. Post-game shows we're more dialed in. Like, we try to bring a little something for everybody. So find what you like. Get in where you fit in. Come hang out and talk some Tennessee football. Coach, last night was a little weird, wasn't it?
Boy, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little weird. Carl commented on my video this morning. I said, Carl, you okay? Did you sleep last night, buddy?
I seen the screenshot. You look like the lead singer of Kiss.
No, sir. Insane Clown Posse.
I was going to say.
What a night. It was an insane night. All right, let's move this thing forward. We're 31 minutes in. I want to talk about just the overall. What are you saying, Dob? What do you got?
Well, I was
going
to
tell me he was right again?
No,
He's right.
No,
He's right.
No.
I took the trash out today.
I was just going to throw this out there. How many pass attempts do you think Nico has on the season?
4,
11,
6,
no,
5.
5. Oh, I thought you had a little more.
He's 2 of 5 for 11 yards.
Oh, it was 11 yards. That's what it was.
So that's what I want to see is him get in there and throw it around a little bit. Run the offense, but you can't do that and sacrifice being crisp and ready for Missouri and Georgia.
All right, let's move this thing forward. I want to talk about just overall perception of year 3 in the Josh Heupel era. And I saw this tweet from Austin Price. And one of you slide dogs, one of you guys in the Facebook group, you stole this tweet and you screen captured it so nobody could see the grand scheme of things and pretended that it was your information. Don't steal information, man. Like, give credit where credit's due. So AP tweeted this out. He says, this is everything I've been saying. The exact stat, in fact, 3-1 in November, and it's the second time since 2007 the Vols will have won 9 or more in a regular season this year and last under Coach Heupel. So, again, they go 3-1, right? You beat everybody but Georgia in November. Second time since 2007 that Tennessee's won 9 regular season games, and the last time was last year. We talked about it earlier, right? 6 wins going into November, twice since Philip Fulmer. Both of those, Coach Heupel. Let's look at this tweet. These are records, man. These are the records going into November, going all the way back to 2009. 4-4, 2-6, 3-5, 3-5, 4-4, 3-5, 4-4, 5-3, 3-5, 3-5, 3-5. Do you see a common theme here? Boys, do you see a common theme here? Losing records. 50-50 records, year in and year out. 2016, Butch Jones did some good things occasionally. He did. God love his heart. Man, he champion of life he is.
That's X's boy.
You get to Josh Heupel, 4-4 in year 1. We know the cards he was dealt. 2022, 8-0. 2023, 6-2. So as we sit here in year 3 of the Josh Heupel era, Dauber, how much do you want to say, shut your mouth and stop complaining and look at where we're at? Like, we are back. We've not arrived, Dauber. That arriving would indicate you've never been here before. Being back would indicate that we've been here before. We're back.
You have to realize that this team, this program is so far ahead of schedule. with what Coach Heupel inherited. The number of players that hit the portal. I mean, just insane turnover. And then, the fact that most of the guys weren't probably guys that would have fit the system and would have been recruited to his system. So, and just a complete change of culture. You had teams that on paper were great and they couldn't execute because of poor coaching. You go back to Pruitt and Dooley and I mean just buffoons out there making the calls and I don't think they could scheme their way out of a paper bag. Even Butch Jones having the likes of Alvin Kamara standing on the sideline watching. You have somebody that dynamic and they can't get in the game until you're 3/4 of the way through the season. I love the turnaround. I love how I think Coach Heupel has instilled that belief. Hey, we're not coming just to play; we're coming to win. And it's been a long time since we've gone into games with that kind of hey, it's Alabama. We can play with them. We can go toe to toe with them, and you know what? We might come out with the win.
Freaking expected to win. I expected to win this past Alabama game. I predicted Alabama to win, but at the end of the day, when I sat down to watch the game, I expected Tennessee to win that football game. That's why we were all pissed afterwards.
Yeah.
That's why we're sitting here at 6-2 going into November pissed because Josh Heupel has already turned the tables, and we're back to expecting to win.
The thing is, those two losses, we didn't play to our ability. We didn't play to our potential, and the outcomes. There is. We've not gotten to where we're good enough that we can still beat a good team on our bad day. We still have to play well, but it's winning the games that you're supposed to. You look at those numbers right there. The last 15 years, that's a lot of games that you were supposed to win that you came out on the wrong side.
Yeah. And then also too, like you mentioned the portal. The portal is like what I said even before. The portal was a blessing in disguise for us. And I know that some people don't like it and some people do like it and whatever, buying players, whatever, but it's actually helped Tennessee because when we said that, hey, here's the transfer portal, you can get players from different programs stuff. I was like, yeah, that's going to help us because like looking at this record right here, we honestly, I'm not saying we would still be having this record, but it's helped us out a lot to get some of these players from different cultures and trying to fit them in to our culture and see how they play out because that's what Josh Heupel said he's trying to do. He's trying to build a family atmosphere, locker room, and team.
I mean, the only way we went 4-4 in the first season through the first 8 games is because Coach Heupel came in, established his culture, and got rid of the cancers that were in the locker room. And if you didn't play the way and practice the way and, commit to the T, you weren't going to be part of this team.
Or stepping on and doing push-ups.
Yeah. And so that was the first thing Josh Heupel did. And now it's expected. It's what they recruit. It's what they try to get out of the transfer portal. It's what us as fans see. It's what the players see. It's what Coach Gardner, not Coach Lord, the special teams coach has left my name.
Eckler.
It's left. Bill Eckler. That's what they preach about every time they get up to that podium and talk about is culture. Mm-hmm. These guys, it's not expected to come to Tennessee and win 7 games. You come to Tennessee and it's expected that you're going to compete for SEC and national championships. It's just what it is. When you play for that power T, you come in expecting that. And now Coach Heupel has us as fans and the players that are on the team. That's what the goal is every year. It's not when Alabama's coming into town. Well, crap, I don't even have to watch this game because it's going to be 42-0 by halftime. That's just not the case anymore. The level of competitive edge on each team. We still have a little notch. We still have to catch up with Georgia. But Alabama, we've closed the gap. Like, it's closed. It's not there anymore. And I'm telling you, within one or two more recruiting classes, we're every year going to be considered college football playoff contenders. Every year.
I agree, Coach, because I remember the days too where we were watching us versus little brother in Vanderbilt, and we lost to them, and that was embarrassing, dude. Even to South Carolina, we were losing to South Carolina. It's just there were some games that you were SEC games that you were losing. It was just like, come on, like this is not the brand of Tennessee football, and that's why I was telling Boogie and Dauber, these guys were spoiled back in the day when they were, winning national championships, SEC championships. I want to see that again. I want to experience that. And don't get me wrong, last season was pretty dang close to that. I mean, 11 wins is something very, very special. But going into this year, I mean, yeah, we all thought we had that same expectation. I mean, I knew we were going to lose some key players, but still, I mean, to sit at like 6-2, it's pretty good. So we need to appreciate like where we're at now and what we need to look forward to going into the future.
Well, all the best teams, if you see teams losing players to the NFL, that means you're doing something right.
And coaches.
Yeah,
too.
And coaches.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that means you're doing something right.
I get it. Like, I hate that Alex Golesh is gone too, but it's like, okay, well, that's because he was great. And he got a head coaching job. And it's like, I hope that Joey Halsley becomes that. And I know a lot of people are critical of Halsley, and they say, I miss Alex Golesh. And
disciple system.
The jury's out. The jury is out. Let's wait until next year. Let's wait till they have full trust in a quarterback. And if they don't have trust in Nico, that we're going to have a problem. But I think they're going to have full trust. I think we're going to see this. We're going to see the full potential. I think Nico's better than Hendon. He's way better than Joe. We're going to see the full potential of this offense next year. I just hope we have an offensive line to protect Nico. Let me hit some super chats real quick. MG Wade for 5 says, culture is everything, gentlemen. Where is Jeremy Banks? Where's Juwan Mitchell? Where's Juwan Mitchell at right now, right? You want to talk about culture? Where's Juwan Mitchell? Coach Rice said it, man. They cut out the cancer. They got rid of the cancer. It's gone. Like, it is, I said it, man, maybe even towards the end of year one under Heupel. Eventually, we're going to stop talking about culture because it's going to be expected that Coach Heupel is going to build a good culture, and we don't even have to worry about it or talk about it anymore. Hunter Johnson becomes a member of the channel. Shout out Hunter, man. I appreciate all you members. We're at a good spot on membership numbers, but I want to drive it to a higher level, to an elite level. I got a number in mind, and if we hit that number, maybe I'll start giving away a free T-shirt every single month. If we can get to a comfortable number where I'm happy, I'll give away a free shirt every single month to one of the members of the channel, all throughout the off season, 12 times a year, a free shirt. I don't know if I want to tell you guys what that number is. We're about 500 away from it, but if we get there. So keep those memberships coming in. Shout out, Hunter. Appreciate the support, brother. Donovan for 10. Appreciate that. What is expectations by fans when playoffs go to 12 teams next year? Because SEC championships will be like NFL divisions. They won't matter. It's what you have done in the playoffs, fair or not. It kind of makes me think that, maybe the SEC championship goes away. I think these conference championships are going to disappear because Donovan's right. When you expand to 12, what's the freaking point? What's the point of playing? Like, you're talking about players opting out of bowl games? You don't think kids are going to opt out of the SEC championship? Like, what does it matter? All you got to do is get into the 12-team playoff. I think they're going to do away with them all. The expectation for Tennessee, to me, 12-team playoff is to make the playoff every single year. Every year. That's my expectation. I think we're all in agreement there. Let's move on to Wheezy. Drops a 20 spot. That's Orange Boy. We'll play the clip.
Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Wheezy says, everyone needs to take a minute and think about the talent Coach Heupel has developed. It's honestly something I never thought I'd see, a true developer of talent. Just go to the draft last year. Just go look at the draft. Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman, Darnell Wright, Byron Young. Yeah, I mean, and it's not just Heupel. It's the coaching staff that he's assembled, right? It's Rodney Garner. It's Glenn Ellerby. It's the position coaches. We've got teachers of the game, and that's what I love about this coaching staff. I was going to ask you guys a question. What was I going to ask you? holy smokes, I had something dialed up and ready to go, and now I don't have it. So let's just move in. Let's move into homecoming. We got homecoming coming up on Saturday. Man, I'll ask you guys this. Because, again, talking about spoiler alert, let me spoil all of Locked On Vols so you guys can just watch Talkin Vols. And Kaner can just, maybe they'll have to come repossess his car because you'll get it all right here. But, to talk about. What are we going to talk about? I was like, I don't know. I'll come up with something. He's like, 3, 2, 1, go. And the first thing that came to my mind is there's no postgame show on Saturday. Not going to be doing a postgame show. I made a commitment to you guys. I told you guys. I said, when I started doing this full time, I'm going to be here. I'm not going to put myself before the channel. I'm always going to be here to do a post-game show until one of Daddy's little girls says, I really wanted to wear those orange and white overalls to a Tennessee game. That would be awesome. And then it's like, oh, dagger, done. And it's like, man, I don't want to be that guy 20 years from now. And look, I work my ass off for this channel. I am focused and driven. I'm 42 years old. I spent 22 years working for corporate America, and I never cared. I didn't care if they made $1. I did not care. I clocked in, clocked out, and then I did my thing. I did not care about building that company. I do care about building this company. I do want to build this brand. I am focused, driven, and I work my ass off. The collaborations with VolQuest, with GoVols 247, with JD Piquel, anything I can do to build up this platform, that's what I'm all about. You guys, building a community. Like somebody complaining about a 9-man show, go screw yourself. I don't care, man, because I want to give you guys a voice, and I love that fan call-in show. This, man, nothing motivates me like this channel. But when your daughter comes to you and says, Dad, I want to go to a game. I don't want to be that guy 20 years from now who looks back and says, man, all I thought about, all I focused on was that stupid YouTube channel. At the end of the day, does that really matter more than my daughter? So we're going to the game on Saturday. And it's, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because, Dauber, you know me. I've been to the Vol Walk. I've seen it all. I like to drink me a few cold beverages. I like to have some chicken wings on the grill. And then we get there in time to see them break open that tea and have a good time watching Tennessee football. It's been a long time since I've been to a game I want her to experience it all. So, Dauber, what does she need to experience on Saturday? Outside, we're going to do the Vol Walk. We're going to see the Vol Navy. I want to get in there and see the Tennessee Walking Horse. I got to probably be in there 45 minutes early just to see that.
What was the last game you were at, by chance?
It was with you. It was 16, Florida.
Breaking the streak?
What a freaking amazing – like, Kaner asked me that, and I was like, what a freaking game. That was the last game I've been to.
I was at work, but I watched that game, yeah.
Man, just, first of all, she better pack a hoodie to go under those overalls and maybe
I know,
a jacket.
It's going to be cold, man.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be a little crisp. But, man, homecoming is a great game to go to, man. It's all the pageantry that goes with it.
Especially when you're taking family for the first time.
She will enjoy it. You will enjoy it as a dad. I can't wait to take my kids to we've been to orange and white games, but I've not delved into going to an actual game because their attention span, they don't really sit through a whole game yet quite. My son, he'll come and sit for a little bit, and he's asking questions. He's watching. He said last week, hey, Dad, I can name 2 players on Tennessee's team. And he just rattled off a couple. And I said, yeah, buddy, you're right. So, it's coming. But, man, take it all in. The Walking Horse is cool. The alumni band. It's all good, man. Any game, taking it all in. It's so cool to share that experience with somebody being their first game.
Yep. Yeah, I told Kaner today. I said, man, I've already got the moment I got when I said you got to go get those overalls, and she's like, why? And I'm like, because we're going to homecoming, and she's like, what? Like her reaction was like, all right, tickets paid in full, the loss of the post game show paid in full, everything's taken care of. Like that moment, that reaction. X, you've been to a few games. You went down and saw your sister. She was or is a member of the Pride of the Southland.
Yes, she was.
What would you say for game day?
Oh man, like game day is it's just an experience, man. I'll tell anybody that has never been like saying to a Tennessee game, man, just go and experience it. Like it is definitely a once in a lifetime
Can y'all
experience.
hear me?
Yeah, you're back. Now you're gone. It's like
Um
JP's back.
anyway, but yeah, man, it's just an experience. Shout out to my sister because I know she just recently just graduated from UT. So you're not alone, Dauber. You got another UT alumni. So but yeah, just she took us to the practice field where the Pride of the South band was playing at, and even just seeing that alone was just pretty cool, like how they do the formations and how they line up and everything. And also, my mom and my other sister, my brother was there, and we was able to actually walk through the tee. They actually split open the tee on the practice field, not like on the football field, but the practice field. They split open the tee, and we was able to walk through the tee, and just to experience like if you was a player, running out on the field. Then of course, took them to the ball walk. I've seen the ball walk. You definitely got to experience that. It's really cool to see all the players just dressed out, coming down, getting ready for game prep and everything. But yeah, then definitely in November, you definitely want to bundle up because sitting right next to that Tennessee River, it gets pretty cold, but it's worth every single second of it. It really, really is. And the best thing about it, Boog, with this game, especially at homecoming, it's a sold out game. So like you and your family's definitely going to experience like the full effect. Like it's going to be loud, it's going to be crazy, and then especially hoping and praying that if we see Nico in the second half, like it,
Yep.
yeah. Hey, listen, like the lid on Nealon is going to be, it's going to be turned Nealon for
They're all
sure.
going to be one. It's going to be like 49-3 in the fourth quarter, and they're like, "Hey, Dad, can we go home?" No.
Yeah,
You understand that you're seeing the Tennessee legend right now in Nico. Let me hit a
Oh
couple
yeah.
of super chats real quick, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. We're gonna have so much fun. I hope Coach Rice gets back in here. He may have died. We mentioned going to Neyland Stadium, and now the man is dead. Charles Nelson for 5 says, "Is it me or with a good beard trim? Dauber is the sign-stealing donkey from Michigan." Oh snap! Put on some sunglasses, Dauber, and they will never know. Doctor, just get on the sideline. Man, how about shout out Sports Talk, Jay? Like that ain't my thing. I ain't gonna make videos about sign stealing in Michigan. I made one video because it impacted Tennessee. That dude's out here pulling 40,000 views because every 3 hours he makes a new video about Michigan and Harbaugh. It's like, hey, go do your thing, Sports Talk, Jay. Go do your dang thing. Cody Hamlin for 5. Boogie, I love that you're going to 1. I didn't get in, so I hope you guys have a great day. Hopefully I get to go to Neyland one day. That's right. Go Vols. I'm excited, man. Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yep.
Cody drops another 2. I was in Texas wishing I was in Knoxville in 2016. Appreciate all the super chats, man. Y'all being very generous. Let's move this thing along. But first, let's do some shills, little plugs. First of all, smash the thumbs up. It's quick, free, and easy. But go check out the merchandise, man. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. I want to see. Look, I'm going to be in Neyland Stadium on Saturday. I want to see somebody repping Talkin VAWLS merch. Like, almost to the point that I'm like, I will give you a beer, something. Although I won't have any beer on me. I want to do something, man. But I want you guys to be repping Talkin VAWLS on Saturday. But if you don't have it, go check it out. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We got Buck Fama. We got Gator Hater. We got FUGA. We got cleaner shirts. Beat Bama, beat Georgia, all that kind of fun stuff. But bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The link is in the description below. If you don't have merch, go get it. If you've got merch, man, and you're at a game or you're out in public, tag me up on Twitter at Boogie Bentley. I would love to see you guys repping that Talkin VAWLS merch. But I appreciate all of your support. Shout out to all the members of the channel as well. Let's move this thing into Connecticut. Coming up on Saturday, 12 o'clock kickoff. Man, we already talked about year 3 under Josh Heupel. You know, the 6 wins. First time, like 2 times since Philip Fulmer, right? And both were under Josh Heupel. We know that this football team has a 13-game winning streak. That's about to be 14 after we beat the brakes off of Connecticut. 16-3. 16-3 at home under Josh Heupel. They're outscoring their opponents 844 to 386 at home. under Josh Heupel. That is impressive. Connecticut's coming to town, Dauber. Tennessee is like a 35-ish point favorite. Connecticut sucks. They're not very good. They're 1-7 on the year. Let's do some predictions. Give me a little something. What's your prediction coming up on Saturday?
Oh, geez. Caught me sleeping here. I was gonna break a little news right here. Shift gears just a second before I get into that, and hit a little basketball. Say, good win by the Basketballs over Michigan State, and then throw out some news. Just got a tweet text from a buddy. Bob Knight just passed away.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Holy cow!
Thought I'd throw this out there, not to derail the show or anything, but got some pretty exciting things happening for Vol Hoops. But sad day for the world of college basketball.
Dude, that hits me hard because you know my deal. You know my uncle, coached basketball forever. Bob Knight, man, that's his idol, and I see a lot of Bob Knight in my uncle. Man, if you've never read his book, I encourage you go read Bobby Knight's book. It is so good. It is such a good read. His autobiography, it is a good one. Man, that hits, man. Some hit and some don't, right? Sometimes a celebrity passes away, everybody acts like it's a big deal, and you're like, okay, whatever.
Or like just
Bob
Kobe,
Knight, man.
Yeah.
So, but the thing, Kobe's way worse. Come on, X. Kobe's way worse. Bob Knight was 83 years old, bro. He wasn't in a helicopter with his daughter. Why do you got to drag us down even worse? Matthew Perry died this month. I can't take anymore, X.
That was last month.
Whatever. Let me hit some super chats and we'll get into predictions. Jackie Pickle becomes a member of the channel. Shout out, Jackie. We appreciate that. All the members we can get, man. I need as many members. We got almost 25,000 subscribers. All I need is every single one of you to hit that join button and become a member of the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Isaac Owens for 5. Keep doing what you're doing, Boogie. Love the channel, GBO. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that, brother. Hunter Johnson for 20. That's an Orange Boy. You know the deal.
Rocky Top!
Hunter says, for $20, that ain't cheap. To be the man, you have to beat the man. We got to hang 60 on the teams we're supposed to win. They can't be close. I mean that's the thing coming up, right? I mean that's the thing on Saturday, man. You got to beat you take care of business and get the young guys in. Shout out Hunter, appreciate the super chat. I think Coach Rice is dead. I think he's dead. Let me go look at Twitter. Let me make sure he didn't DM me real quick. Darby, go ahead, jump into your prediction coming up on Saturday.
All right. Like I said at the top of the show, this game on Saturday, it's homecoming. It really should be a game where you come out and you're looking to get your ones to play crisp, play clean, mistake-free football, and then get the young guys in the game. We've had a couple opportunities with inferior opponents on paper that we didn't come out, we didn't execute, we didn't play clean football, had some miscues and mistakes, and we weren't able to get young guys in the game. So I think that has changed. I think this team has gotten better week to week. They've improved. I'm hoping they're hitting their stride, and they come out against Connecticut. Noon kickoff. That's one of those that can be a little iffy. Got to get going early and quick. I think this team's it's gonna look a lot more like last year. I hope the Pyro guys have plenty of fireworks because I think the boys on offense are going to roll from Joe and the ones to Nico and the twos. And we may even see Gaston and Navy Schuler. And they may pull Boogie out of the stands.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think it's going to be a long afternoon for the Connecticut Huskies. Defense, man. Omar Norman Lott, Pierce, I think those boys are going to have a field day early Saturday afternoon. I've got Tennessee winning 63
to 17.
Balls by 60.
I'll take it. I will take that. Let me hit a couple of super chats real quick. First, Austin Young becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate that support, man. You got $1 in your pocket. You got $1 in your pocket. That ain't. You can't get a cup of coffee for $1 anymore. I go to Dunkin', it's $17. I'm like, what in the world did I order? But if you like the Talkin VAWLS Network, drop $1. We would appreciate it. Hit that join button down below. Donovan for 2 says Summit Blues can't wait. I hope we wear a blue top. I don't think that's going to happen. Did I say that on this show, or was that Locked On Vols? I think they should wear those blue unis. I like them. A lot of people don't like them. I like them. And guess what? When you wear those, a lot of people are going to gripe and complain. A lot of people are going to make videos on YouTube talking about gimmicks, and they're going to talk about stupid crap. But the bottom line is they're going to be talking about it, and then the grand scheme of things is you're going to say, what's the point? Oh, well, it's to raise awareness for Alzheimer's, and we're going to raise money. So it's like, if people are talking negative or positive, you're raising awareness, and that's the whole point. So rock those blue uniforms, and let's roll. X, what do you got, buddy? What's your give me a little something in your prediction.
All right. So, yeah, it's homecoming, Boogie. I hope, like saying, you and your family go and have a excellent time in Neyland Stadium down in Knoxville. It's definitely
You said excellent time.
Excellent time. There you go. Yeah, I hope you and your family have a great time down there, man. Enjoy the atmosphere. You know, it's going to be really, really great. I also like what Cody said here in the chat too, man. Like I say, you also got to remember, this is homecoming. We're also representing, like saying, for the Lady Vols if they come out with those uniforms. But shout out to Pat Summitt, man. You know, she's definitely a Lady Vol legend, man. For
GOAT.
real. Like,
Is she the best coach ever in the history of Tennessee athletics?
Yes.
Not named General Neyland? Or is she more of a legend than General Neyland? Not to derail X's freaking prediction here, but for real.
Yeah. I mean, could be. Like I said, that could be a topic for another day. But no, but like what Cody said, man, yeah, we got to recognize, you know, and say Pat Summitt a little bit more because, yeah, she was a fierce competitor, you know, just really, really loved to compete and wanted to win. It's kind of crazy. We actually have a football coach that likes to do the same thing. But, you know, shout out to her. And then also, you know, to Candace Parker for winning her 3rd ring with the you know, Las Vegas Aces. She's definitely another face for the Lady Vols, you know, for basketball. You know, shout out to her. And then she might be at this game. I'm not sure. But anyway, but overall, to football, I just want this game just to be injury free, play clean, crisp football. I say clean up the penalties on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. The defense is definitely going to eat. Like saying, James Pierce is going to eat. I mean, the linebackers are going to eat. Like this defense is definitely going to have a field day. And even on the offense side of the ball, man, hopefully that Dante Thornton has finally found his stride on the outside, and he's going to get a few touches. I definitely want to see our running backs, man, get over 200 yards of rushing, man. I really feel like we're going to see. Oh, yeah. Like, we're definitely going to see Jabari Small, Dylan Sampson, Jaylen Wright. Them boys are going to eat. Like I said, like what Seth said, look, Cerberus is definitely going to be unleashed for Saturday. So my overall thoughts, my score prediction, man, I got Tennessee winning 54-18. Balls by 50.
All right.
Coach Rice popped in here right at the perfect time.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you are back. What are you doing with your life? What happened? Oh my gosh, this is a train wreck. He's going to come back after the show's over. For me, man, it all comes down to running the football. Connecticut's horrible. They are a terrible, horrible football team. They are not very good. They've not played anybody. Coach, if you can hear us, chill. You're going to do your prediction last. Can you hear us? Oh, my gosh. Amateur hour around here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Connecticut's horrible stopping the run. They gave up 209 yards to NC State, 250 yards to Georgia State, 260 yards to USF, 246 yards to Boston College. They cannot stop the run. Meanwhile, Tennessee is the best rushing attack in the SEC.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear us?
He's muted.
No. It's amateur hour on the Talkin VAWLS Network. What is Coach Rice doing? Unmute your microphone, Coach.
Unmute yourself.
He's like, I got to get back to my spot. Now I can sit down. I can sit on the throne. And I can unmute myself. Let's see if this helps. Oh, my gosh. I'm wrapping this thing up. If Coach can't get it dialed in, I'm going Tennessee 52, Connecticut 10. It's going to be domination. We're going to see a whole lot of Nico. Probably going to be making a video tomorrow morning all about Nico. We got to get some young guys in, man. We've missed opportunities early in the season, whether that be Virginia, Austin Peay, whoever the case may be. Tennessee's not had an opportunity to play some of that young talent. I think it's going to happen on Saturday. It's homecoming. More important for me, man, I'm ready to go down there and witness Neyland Stadium for the first time. And, man, it's crazy to think. 7 years? I've not been in Neyland Stadium in 7 years. And now I got to figure out how to function as an adult, like as a responsible adult, not hanging out with Dauber acting a fool. I got to be a responsible adult and take my daughter down there. I'm excited. Let's give Coach Rice one more shot. Can Coach Rice hear us?
Can you hear us, Coach?
He can't hear
Boogie,
us.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know why my internet's just all of a sudden gone out. I'll catch y'all another night. I'm sorry.
I wish Coach could just hear us enough to do his prediction. Coach. Oh, God, I was gonna put it in the private chat. All right, that's all right. That's all right. Coach is the man. Oh, gosh. I love all these new people that are rotating in, like Matt and like Coach. We just got to get them to understand the internet a little bit, right? We got to get them to understand. Like, X, you're a Twitch guy. You understand the internet. Dauber, I've raced you right. I brought you up to speed. We know what we're doing around here. Got to get some of these newcomers to figure it out. Let's see. Tim Rice says you got to let Mrs. Boogie drive home and you do the call-in show. No. Going to drop a video on Saturday morning. I'm going to be down at Bradley Central on Friday night, boys. I'm going to be watching Boo Carter and Marcus Gorey ball out. We're turning this thing into a weekend. Going to go down and watch Bradley Central. We're going to watch Boo Carter. I can't wait to see Boo. I'm going to freeze myself to death on Friday night, but I can't wait to see what Boo Carter looks like in person. Then we're going to be at Neyland Stadium on Saturday. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer. If you see me, where's Boogie? Hashtag where's Boogie? Whether you're at the Bradley Central game or you're at Neyland Stadium, come up, say hello. You want to take a picture? Let's take a picture. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Please don't be weird when I'm with my wife and I'm with my daughter. Don't be weird. Just come up, say hello. You want to take a picture? Let's take a picture. Don't come camp out. Like, don't take my daughter's moment away from her. Let her enjoy the game and the experience. You want to take a picture? Let's take a picture. You want to say hello? Say hello. Let's not have a 20-minute conversation. Let my daughter enjoy the moment. That's all I ask of you guys. Outside of that, come say what's up. Come say hello. We'll see what happens, man. I may put out a tweet on Saturday and say who's tailgating. I'll come hang out with you guys. I may drop in, spoil a tailgate. You never know. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. Let's wrap this thing up.
If I come find you, can I make it weird?
Dude, you pissed me off because you said that last week and I thought you were going. I was like, yeah, we can go hang out with Dauber and kill a bunch of time after the Vol Walk. And you're like, I was just joking. I'm not going. I'm like, nah, I got nowhere to go. I got nowhere to go now, man. Nowhere to go. We'll find something to do. I'm looking forward to it. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. For Dauber, for the X Factor, for Coach Rice with 1932 Internet, my name's Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Love you guys. Make sure you join us Friday morning, 9:30. Me and Coach Jay going to be breaking things down. Saturday morning, there's a video coming your way. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
That we call